Joe Burrow was right. The Bengals proved him right on Sunday in a very tough loss to the Baltimore Ravens, and in doing so, they proved that they were also very unworthy of having him as their starting quarterback right now. The Bengals are 1-4, and we got to talk about what matters. Hi again, Bengals fans. John Sheeran of A to Z Sports Cincinnati here, and I can tell how a lot of you are feeling right now. Dejected, hopeless, feeling like you were proven right about something that you did not want to be proven right about at all, as Joe Burrow put up a masterclass performance against the Ravens on Sunday. Almost 400 yards passing, a career high 5 touchdowns, 38 points for the offense wasn't enough to get the win, and now they are 1-4 on the season and winless in AFC North play. This game single-handedly proved a fear that went back long before Joe Burrow made his debut with the Bengals all the way back in 2020. Are they going to support him right? Are they going to fail him? As of right now, they absolutely are failing him. Because here's the thing. If your quarterback goes on record before a game and says he has to play near perfect in order to get a victory, and that's what he's preparing to do, and then he plays near perfect and still loses, that is not on the quarterback. But that is exactly what happened as Joe Burrow talked to the media on Wednesday and said he was preparing himself to have to play near perfect football against the Ravens, and then again goes out and throws for 5 touchdown passes, nearly 400 yards, has one of the best games of his career, and it still wasn't enough. And Burrow will be the first to tell you that he didn't play perfect. He obviously threw an interception very late in the fourth quarter, led to a Ravens field goal that ended up taking the game into overtime, but his miscues were far and few between outside of all the good that he provided in this game. The Bengals knew that they needed to score against this Ravens offense, but I don't think anyone expected that they needed 40 points to win at home. But sure enough, Burrow, after the game, referenced what he said earlier in the week and said, yeah, it rang true. And that is not where you want your quarterback to be. You don't want him to feel like he has to be absolutely perfect and make 0 mistakes just for the team to have a freaking chance. Now, of course, the majority of the blame does go to the defense as they gave up 41 points in this cataclysmic event. Lou Anarumo's defense still lacks communication. The rules are constantly broken. Doesn't matter who is playing safety in this defense, they're still prone to give up explosive plays. There are so many things wrong with that side of the ball. And this, of course, all stems from a lack of development from all of those draft picks that they've invested on that side of the ball, knowing that they had to get cheaper in some parts of the roster while the offense was going to be expensive with Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. But as everyone knows, neither Higgins or Chase has a bag right now, so you have a cheap and bad defense with an offense that has an uncertain future. What is there? And I haven't forgotten about what you did, Zach Taylor, getting the ball back in overtime and not allowing Joe Burrow to throw a single pass to get closer to the end zone for a shorter field goal attempt instead of just settling for a 53-yarder that ended up being missed because of a bad snap and hold. It's not good enough. At 1-4, we can safely put this season to bed. The Bengals are probably not going to go to the playoffs, and even if they do sneak in as a wildcard team, this defense is clearly not capable of winning in January. But everything that I just said transcends beyond just this year. The Bengals showed in a 2-year span that they can rebuild a roster and make it competent with smart decisions of free agency. Sustaining that success clearly is above their pay grade, though. And when you have a quarterback who's under contract for the next 5-6 years, how is there any trust in this team sustaining a competent roster year after year? Total and sheer lack of development, poor management and coaching on both sides of the ball. It's not what you want when you have the quarterback in place. These are long-term issues that the Bengals need to address head on. Otherwise, Joe Burrow might just become the next Dan Marino, and that's what nobody wants.